All right, so we're back for part two. For those of you just joining us, I'm here with Lisa and Jazz, and we're talking a little bit about expensive vet bills and nasty experiences, and also how to get the most out of your pet insurance. So Lisa's got some really cool tips and tricks that she's going to share with us. To get straight into it, I know that Lisa, you're a very, very committed pet owner, and you would spend absolutely anything on these guys. You already do. Why insure them? Why bother?
For me, it's the same as having your own health insurance or car insurance or house insurance. You never want to have to use it.
Yes.
But if something goes wrong, it's that peace of mind of knowing that you're covered and you're going to get those expenses back.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, fantastic. Now, I know that you take very, very good care of them on the preventative side. Okay, when it comes to doing regular dental scaling and polishing and their parasite control, feeding them premium foods, getting everything done in very systemized and organized in your approach. How do you deal with the budgeting of things that are not covered by pet insurance? So obviously the pet insurance is going to cover your big things, eating a rock, major issues, major surgery, things like that. Well, how are you coping with the in-between gap?
Being an accountant, it helps. So I am a fairly organised person.
Right.
But I actually just put a line item in my budget called pets.
Yeah.
And pet expenses.
Fantastic.
So I budget for what's it going to cost us for their food, what's
Yeah.
it going to cost us for our monthly insurance premium,
Right.
what's it going to cost us for their yearly vaccinations and their worming tablets
Right.
and their all of their other just general costs
Okay.
that we need to pay for. And also things like training that we do with them and agility or obedience.
Wow, that's all in there.
That's all included in there.
Wow.
And so we know it's not a surprise
Yeah,
ever. And that just gets included in our monthly budget.
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So that takes out the big peaks and troughs, and the big scary bills.
That's
Okay, how do you feel if you get, like when you saw that bill of $4,000,
Yes.
how did you feel? Like, what was your gut feeling on that? Mind the pun.
Yeah. Look, for me, as you said, whatever we need to spend on our dogs, we'll spend on it because
Yeah.
they are our children. But it's a shock. And it's one of those things, at least that's when the credit card comes out.
Right.
Pay for it on the credit card.
Yes.
But it's also then that peace of mind saying, well, I can send that claim form off
Right. Okay.
as well.
Yeah. So basically, because with pet insurance, you've got to pay up front, unlike human medical insurance where we just swipe a card. So obviously, you've had to pay all those expenses up front, which
Yes.
is a bit scary. Tell us how you managed that period of 6 weeks or 3 months, whatever it was, with all those expenses, and how you managed it, because you've got to wait for your insurance to pay out. Talk us through it.
Well, in a period of about 6 months, Indy had an ear infection. Jazz was diagnosed with hip dysplasia, so we had her x-ray costs, and then we
Right.
started physio with her as well, and her
Right.
medication on that. Then she decided to eat the rock.
Yes.
So all up, between all of those, we had about 6,000 in claims, and at one point we had about 6 claims with pet
Wow.
insurance
Yeah.
at once.
Yeah.
So if you manage making sure that the claim goes in on a timely basis, the claims normally come back by the time the credit card's due.
Right.
So in most cases you can put it on the credit card,
Okay.
payment comes through and it gets made and the payment from
Right.
the pet insurance covers pays off the credit card
Okay.
when it's due. But it's just managing that process and making sure the claims are in on time,
Right.
or on a timely basis so that
Yes.
they come back.
Okay.
But yeah,
So
it's just a shock when you get
Yeah,
a large
absolutely.
number of bills. And
Isn't it
quite
just?
bills.
I mean, any big bill,
Yeah.
registration fee or a this or a that. It's always a bit of a blow. It's nice to have something to smooth out the bumps.
That's right.
So tell me, in terms of I know we talk about things like physio and X-rays and you know trips to the emergency centre on the weekend, which equate to dollars. On the whole, have you come out ahead, or do you think? And you're in a good position because you're an accountant, so here we can get a good sort of balance sheet or P&L on this.
We've got back in claims more than we've paid in premiums.
Right.
And I'd say by a fair way.
Yeah, right.
So simple things like when we first picked them up as puppies, it was called a dietary indiscretion, but we paid 1 month's premiums, and
Right.
I had her at animal emergency because she was less than 3 kilos. She
Right.
was vomiting,
Yes.
and I didn't want her to dehydrate.
Yep.
And so that was another $1,500.
Right. And she'd only been insured for
Less than a month.
less than a month.
Yeah. So I think we were 4 days into our after our waiting period.
Right.
So
wow.
yeah.
Okay, that was timely.
It was very tight. But no, it's definitely come out in front.
Yeah.
You don't ever want to have to claim
No.
because it means that there's something wrong with them.
Sure.
But you know it's there when you need to.
Absolutely.
And we've just had situations where we've needed to claim.
Yeah. What, just out of interest, and we're not going to go into details specifically of who you're insured with, but tell me a little bit about the level of cover that you've got and how much you're paying per month.
So for me, when I first picked these pair up as puppies, I spent a fair bit of time looking at the different policies, looking at what was covered,
Right.
looking at excesses. So I picked a cover that I found that had the most covered. It includes physiotherapy
Right.
and alternative things like chiropractic and things like that as well. But I also chose a insurance level that had a minimum excess. So they only have $150 excess
Right.
on any one claim.
Okay.
And that claim then is extended. So for example, with her hip dysplasia,
Yes.
we only pay $150 per year for all of her hip dysplasia costs.
Wow.
The excess is higher, but
Right.
she's covered for so much more.
Yes.
And she's covered for a lot more from a dollar perspective as well. So
Okay.
premium was the last thing I looked at. It was
Yes.
what was covered
Yes.
as far as medical and health was
Right.
covered, and then also it was the amount that we got back as
Right.
well. And
Okay.
then premium was the last thing we looked at.
Yeah, right. And so, as you said, you've got say $150 premium, and I know, excess, and I know not all of the companies work like that. Some of them work off a percentage,
Yeah.
say 20% or 30% or something like that you have to pay, and then they'll foot the rest. But I guess it's great knowing that you've just had a fixed excess that you've paid, and everything after that is essentially covered.
Yeah. And that's why I chose that.
Mm.
I'm paying a higher premium,
Right.
but I know that I've got a set amount.
Yeah. Well, it helps fit your budget.
That's right. Exactly.
You'll never blow the 150.
No.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. And just out of interest, what are your premiums per month?
$58 a month each dog.
Okay.
So the way I see it is it's less than a cup of coffee.
Absolutely. Like, I mean, in terms of bills, $58 is very, very small in comparison.
That's right. And when you pay monthly, it's not
That's true.
a huge amount.
Yeah. So the big question I guess we've covered is, is it a winning strategy? I don't know if you're a gambler, but a lot of people see insurance as a bit of a gamble. I'm not sure if I'll get my money back or not. In your opinion?
I get insurance hoping I'll never have to claim on it.
Yeah.
But it's always that peace of mind sitting in the back of your mind knowing that if I have to make a claim, then it's there.
Yes.
And I've just had a situation where with both of my dogs I've had to make claims.
Yeah.
You don't want to have to make claims. It means that there's something wrong with them, or there's
Sure.
been an accident,
Yeah.
and you never want to have to, or you never want them to have to go through that.
Absolutely.
But if it does happen,
Mm.
we've had in the time we've had them, and they're only 3.5. We've
Yeah.
had some pretty large claims.
It sounds like it. Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
it's just peace of mind.
Lisa, we shared a little story before. You were talking about your experience sitting in the waiting room after hours at the emergency centre, and you were sitting with a bill of approximately 4,000, and somebody else in the room had a bill of.
Well, there's a lady there whose cattle dog had eaten part of a hose.
Right.
And her bill was $7,000.
$7,000,
And
but she was not insured.
No, she was still going. The bill was still
Oh
going.
right. Oh, that was okay.
And she wasn't insured.
Right.
So, yeah.
And how are they dealing with the cost of that?
She was making phone calls to switch money around from bank accounts to credit cards so she could actually make the payments.
Wow.
And working out where they were going to source the funds from
Right.
to go and pay for it.
Yeah.
And she was sitting there with her dog and young kids, so she had a family.
Jeez, yeah.
And that's a massive amount of money to
Absolutely.
have to pay
Yes.
and not, again, have that, know that it's going to be coming back.
Absolutely. Yeah. Wow. That's scary. I mean, I know when we get hit with big bills, you know, I mean, who's got a cool $7,000 lying around?
That's right.
Plus, it sounds like that bill kept climbing.
Yeah.
Lisa, share with us any last final tips, because there's some people there who might be sitting on the fence thinking, yeah, I think insurance is a good idea. I'm not sure. It's so confusing. There's so many different companies, so many different policies. Any final tips that you'd like to share?
I think insurance policies aren't the most exciting thing to read.
And that's coming from an accountant.
This might be an accountant. But you really need to compare policies.
Right.
Compare what's covered and compare excesses and pick a policy that's right for you. Then you've got that peace of mind. But it really is, it's spending the time and doing the research yourself.
Yeah.
And making sure, because like you said, there's so many different policies
Absolutely.
out there, and just knowing what's covered. So then you don't have the experience where you might have a claim rejected because
Yes.
it's not covered.
Yeah.
So I think that's the first thing.
Because we've seen that as well, a couple of times, that people go for a slightly cheaper option, they get a claim rejected, and then they decide, look, I'm going to move to another company, but now it's a pre-existing condition, and it's then very hard for them in future to ever make any claims on that. So really, you should, I suppose, if I could paraphrase you, maybe choose the best company right from the start, and not focus so much on the premiums, but really more on the bigger picture as to how much is going to be covered.
Yeah.
And do they cover lifelong conditions that are always going to pay out?
That's right.
Yeah.
And for me, I've got 2 dogs who have got lifelong conditions between allergies and hip dysplasia.
Yes.
That's something that we're going to be claiming for a long time. for both
Absolutely.
of them.
Yeah. That's great. And she's so well behaved.
At the moment.
She's like a little movie star. She's just sitting there, completely relaxed. And this is only take 2, by the way. That's great. Thanks so much for your time. We really appreciate you coming in and taking time out of your busy day to spend with us. I know she had to come in today for one of her arthritis injections anyway. So again, we really appreciate you being here. And just as a message to the viewers, if you guys have any questions at all around this very complicated topic of pet insurance and how you can help manage your funds and still give your animals the best level of care without having to compromise and cut corners, give us a buzz. We'll have a chat. We've got information that we can share with you, and we're more than happy to help. So thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye. Thank you.
It's okay.
That's great. Did that one work?
Yeah.
Good. The first one was better than the second one. It just had